with this video, I want to show you 5 things you must know when attending an interview for a top job in higher education institution. You want to become a vice chancellor, you want to become a registrar, a bursar, a university librarian, or even you want to become a professor and you are called to attend an interview. 5 things you must know. In Africa, it is common for people to say, oh, that job, you can't get it because somebody doesn't want you to get it. Some people will not allow you to get there. Many people don't get to the top because they buy into that kind of idea. I want to agree with people who say that because I know somebody will not want you to get to the next job. The job has been advertised and you think you can be there, but I know somebody who will prevent you from, and that person is yourself. You are your number one enemy. If you can't get anything, it is because you don't want to get it, or your background may not allow you to get it, your preparation may be deficient, you may not have the right qualification, you may not be sufficiently prepared for it, and even as we talk, you are not even preparing to get there. So that person who will not allow you to get there is you yourself. So the first thing you must know is yourself. You need to know yourself. If you know yourself very well, you can get any job. When opportunities meet preparation, they become success. So they turn into success. If a vacancy is advertised and they are looking for a master's degree and at that point you don't have it, then you are the person defeating yourself. If they are asking for 15-year experience and you have only 10, you can't get it. If they are asking for certain attributes, you don't have the attributes, you can't get it. So as you are working in a university sector, in the polytechnic or whatever, and you are aiming to get to the top, the day you start that job is the day you begin to plan to get to the top. So what are the things they normally ask for? Then you try to get it. You have a first degree, why don't you take a master's degree? Why don't you do some certification? Why are you not part of this professional body and that? So all those things, if you are not getting them, it is you that is responsible. So the first thing to know when you are attending a top job is yourself. Know your weaknesses, know your strengths. Find out from somebody, so why do you think I can't get that job? People who know you, who believe in you, your mentors, even your subordinate will tell you your weakness. For example, when I was to attend an interview for the position of registrar, I went to meet a mentor who told me that your problem is that when they ask you a question, you try to elaborate too much. Focus on the question they ask you, just go straight to that and give the answer and stop there. And I cautioned myself, so you must know yourself. Number 2, what is the second thing you need to know? Know the specification in the advertisement. When a higher education institution is placing an advertisement, they talk about the institution, they give some specification, they talk about the job specification, who is the person they are looking for, what kind of thing, what kind of attributes, what kind of background should he have. They also give the job description, what will he do? He's going to be registrar and chief administrative officer at the university. He will be responsible, he will be the secretary of senate, secretary of council, and he'll be responsible to the vice chancellor for day-to-day administration of the university. That's the person they are looking for. Are you that kind of person? Then they give specification about how to prepare your resume. They ask for you, they are interested in your age, they are interested in your marital life, they are interested in the schools you attended with date. If they are asking for 24 items, if you supply only 20, you're already defeating yourself. Mind all the items that they have given and supply information to match with them. And that is when you know you are preparing. Don't fail to give any particular information they are requesting for. If they say 3 referees, don't go and supply 4. Or you supply 2 or supply 1, you don't supply any. If they say ages, names or number and ages of children, don't give just the number and you don't supply their ages. So if they are asking for place of birth and nationality, supply everything. That is that you know the advertisement, you know the specification, and you package your resume adequately and show it to somebody who knows better than you to certify you are doing the right thing. Number 3, know the subject matter. You want to become a bursar of a university. The subject matter is about how to run the bursary. What's the financial regulation? What are the issues about finances? Now you must be expecting questions on how to generate income, how to remove wastages, how to stop wastages, and how to plug leakages. This is the subject matter. If you want to be registered, you must know the university system. What are the conceptual issues? Committee system, university autonomy, academic freedom. These are issues. Contemporary issues. What are the issues? What is the trend? What has happened to admission process? What about NYSC mobilization? These are the things you need to study around. And one subject matter you must know very well is your curriculum vitae. You must study your own resume, because that is the book on which your questions or the interview will be based. If you cannot prepare a CV and begin, they say open to page 6, and one information is there you can't even defend. If there are errors there, you should be able to explain. And mind you, if you are looking for a top job, there shouldn't be errors in your CV. Study that book right before you get to the interview, and you will find yourself right on the top. Number 4, know the organization. Know the institution very well. Don't go there and they say that you don't know. A day or two, or maybe weeks before the interview, visit the location. Be familiar with the campus. Do they have one campus, or they have several campuses? Visit them. Be familiar with know who the principal officers are. Know the vision of the institution. Be familiar with the mission statement. What is the enrollment? What is the student enrollment? How large, how small is the organization? When was it established? Be familiar with the law establishing the institution, so that these are the things that will help you to be able to feed questions. Now find out what are the issues, what are the problems. Interact with commercial drivers plying the road. Find out do they have accommodation problem? Do they have transportation problem? Does the institution have municipal problem, electricity, water, and what have you? Find out from ordinary people. Find out from students what the problems are. Listen to complaints, and in fact ask them what do they think are the solutions. So when you get to the interview, you are going to be speaking like Solomon. They will be surprised how much you know, and they will be interested that you are interested in them. If you are not interested in an organization, why applying to the place in the first instance? Number 5, which is the final point I want to make, know the appropriate communication. If you don't have the appropriate communication, you can't do well in an interview. Your dressing is part of it. You must learn how to dress in part. You must know how to put on a tie. You must know how to match your belt with your shoe. You must know what kind of suit will match what kind of shirt. And your comportment at the interview is part of you communicate. Your body language. You must not show that you fret. You must not fidget. And you must not be gesticulating unnecessarily and pointing fingers at the face of the panelists when you may not be conscious you are doing that. There are people who do that, or they're poking fingers in your nostrils and all of that, all manners of things. So because the panel, they are watching what you do to determine what kind of person you are, and you must speak loud enough for them to understand what you are saying. And you speak to the chair. There's somebody in the center of that panel who's the chairman. If possible, he has introduced himself to you at the beginning, and if he doesn't, you should be able to know. Speak to the center of the table, and don't look away. If you are looking away, it could suggest that you are afraid. It could suggest that you are not confident, and it could suggest that you are not focused. And feed your questions, and if there's anything you don't know, just be frank. Tell the panel, please, I'm sorry, I'm not sure I'm familiar with that question. I'm not sure I can supply any answer to it. Be honest with what you are doing. Don't begin to suggest ideas. If you don't know it, you don't know it. They are looking for somebody who will be honest. They are looking for an honest candidate. They want somebody who is trustworthy, because you can't be a university administrator and you are suggesting ideas. If it is correct, it is correct. I would just want to summarize what I've said so far. 5 things you must know when you are attending an interview for a top job in higher education system. You must know yourself. You must know the advert specification, what they're asking for. You must know the subject matter. you must know the organization, the institution very well. And finally, you must know the appropriate ways of communicating in an interview. I want to thank you for watching this video, and I hope that I've been able to help you one way or the other, hoping that you are going to put this in practice when you attend your next interview. Thank you.